I'm Craig Lee.
I'm
And that's Rob McGee. And this is Real Talk with Rob and Craig. I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Rob McGee.
And this is Real Talk with Rob and Craig on
Thursday,
August.
August 1st.
That's right.
The beginning of August.
Yeah.
Welcome to August, everybody.
Welcome to August.
Shall we start with the dad joke?
Sure.
I've got one. I've been waiting. So this young woman shows up to her boyfriend's apartment, and she's complaining to him. He's just laying on the couch, and she says, "You know, you started dating me under false pretenses. You know, I come over, all you do is lay around." And he says, "Well, how did I give you false pretenses?" She goes, "When we started dating, you said you were interesting." And he says, "No, I said I was into resting." I think that's funny.
It is hilarious. If money doesn't grow on trees,
yeah,
then why do banks have branches? That's from my Aunt Susie. Hi, Aunt Susie.
Hi, Aunt Susie. My joke's better. Into resting. He was into resting.
Okay. One of the things that's big in the news right now is first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
And right now in America, there's 236 cities in America. California has the largest number at 100 of those cities. First-time home buyers cannot afford, their houses are at $1 million. You can't.
It just makes the prospect daunting. And so what does it mean, Craig? It means people have to move further out from the cities, or they have to find somebody to co-sign with them, add additional income to the application.
I think that's a great idea. I really do, especially as we get older.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, when I was a younger person, if one of my parents wanted to come live with me back then,
would not have
I'd have been like, no. And I love both my parents. God bless them. But over 90 days delinquent on credit cards have increased by 10.7% this year alone.
Wow, double-digit increase.
Each region, the richest zip codes in America have raised from 4.8 in 2022 to 7.4, almost double. The average American has $8,483 in credit card debt, with the average credit card being 24.72%.
And these are all-time highs that you're talking about. Highest ever credit card balances, highest ever average interest, combining for highest ever monthly payments.
So the other thing that's gone, of course, they took off the predatory lending laws, some of them. And then right now they've raised the credit cards they can go up to 33, is it?
Yes, they changed the laws in order to be able. I told a story a few months ago about a company that we are familiar with, that they raised their interest rate. The interest rate had been 29%, and they decided that was not high enough, so they went up. I think it was 33, if I remember correctly. I don't have it in front of me, but
I thought that's what I just saw in there. So
And to Craig's point, that used to be illegal. That interest rate would have been illegal, and they changed it.
As I think
it ought to be.
So I'm going to say a couple more things, then I'll tell you the reason why I'm giving you all these statistics.
Okay.
You can write off the first $750,000 of the interest on a loan at $750,000. You can write off all that interest on your home if it's your first home or your second residence.
So increase your tax return. With that.
That's married filing jointly. If you're married filing separately, it drops to $375. So it cuts it in half. You each get half of that. That's a lot of money to write off.
Yeah.
And so for especially around here in Pierce County, if you say you got a $500,000 house and you've got $40,000 in credit cards, you could save a lot of money, and you could write that off. To the government of
the homeowner's income, the homeowner's interest income tax deduction is one of the last remaining deductions that are out there, and it is powerful. It could mean potentially thousands of dollars back to you, in addition to what you would have normally gotten back.
If you get any back. I haven't got any money back in years.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm saying all this is exactly that. Is hey, look at the big picture. Prices, evaluations are up in some cases. It's not up in all cases, but as everything, it's a balancing act. And I've always said that. And if you want to go back and kind of see what I've said over the last 5 years, I just posted a deal that we've been doing this for 5 years. Just this little show is what we're talking about.
Just the real talk.
Yeah. And so as one thing goes up, the other goes down. As one goes down, the other one goes up. As interest rates stay high, and of course, I'll come back to that. As interest rates go high, you would think, and you're seeing it on some, prices of homes that are selling are dropping. As interest rates drop, of course, it goes the other way.
Right.
So it's a balancing act. Everything is like that, and you can go back over the last 40, 50 years and see it. As you're doing that, what is it? I don't want to get into something. Go say something else. I'm getting off the beaten path.
Yeah, as you're talking about that, that's just market fluctuation, and those two things tend to go hand in hand. When rates are high, it puts pressure on people qualifying and wanting to purchase a home. That causes prices to either stabilize or drop. So Craig is talking about cause and effect here. When you have high interest rates, it affects the market, and you end up with a more stagnant real estate pool. Sometimes you end up with less inventory on the market because people are holding on to property. They don't want to move themselves, so they're just going to keep where they are. And it's a ripple effect, and you run into that a lot. I will say that what Craig's mentioning here, those are realities of our market and this current time. It can seem kind of negative, but there are silver linings to this. As Craig just mentioned, higher interest rates tend to mean less competition. If you're thinking of buying a home, you're competing with fewer people. You might have a seller that is more willing to negotiate. You might find prices to be, instead of increasing double digits annually, they are a little bit more stagnant, a little more static in their price point. That can be a benefit to you if you're a homeowner or wanting to become a homeowner, first-time home buyer. Those are the benefits in the market to you. I want to caution you, none of us think interest rates are going to remain high forever. They've remained high for quite a while. It's been a couple of years now. We thought they were going to be lower by now. They're not. The Federal Reserve made promises that it didn't keep.
Whoa! What did you just say?
The Federal Reserve made promises that it did not keep.
Well, tomorrow's another day for them.
Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another Fed meeting.
They're supposed to. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? We don't know what's going to happen.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I predict they're going to keep rates unchanged.
Do you really?
I do. But I think they might announce that there is an increasing likelihood of a cut in September. That's my prediction.
Okay. Well, I hope Rob is right. And I'll come back to what I think the silver lining is.
Okay.
But the Feds have lied to us.
Yes.
Over and over this year. As if you can go back and see, we were like, hey man, 24 is going to, I was saying, I really believe 24.
We bought the line.
I watch gas prices, and for 25 years, gas prices and interest rates, one goes up, one goes down. You can watch it, and it's worked. Gas prices
have very dropped. Accurate guide.
67 cents per gallon, where I check them, and yet rates haven't.
They haven't followed.
No.
Yeah.
But there is silver lining, because it doesn't last forever, because you change things and first off, let me go back to this. You should always look and buy property.
It's the safest investment.
Absolutely. And in some cases, yeah, you're going to see people buy a home, and 2 years later they're going to flip it or sell it, and they'll make a ton of money. Some, it wasn't set up that way originally. When home loans started going out, the banks didn't set it up that way, but it's changed over the years. The silver lining is when rates do come down, you can refinance. And as rates drop, guess what? The value of your home is going to go up. So there's a lot of positives that are in the future. And I think
both of us would say,
Yeah.
if you're thinking of buying a home, do not wait for rates to drop. Buy a home now. Take advantage of less competition. Buy the home and know that you can refinance when rates do drop. And as the rates are dropping, your home value is going up, like Craig just told you. Rates will go down, values will go up. You can take advantage of both. Get that equity, refinance when rates are lower, and your monthly payment goes down from when you bought it. But if you wait for rates to go down, then you're going to join everybody else that's waiting also. I'm pointing over here like there's a group of people. Everybody else who's been sitting on the sidelines is going to jump in at the same time as you. Now you're in competition for those homes, and guess what happens?
What happens?
Prices go up. You're going to pay more. I promise you, you're going to pay more. And yeah, interest rates are going down, but they won't go down enough to offset how much more you're going to pay for the house that you could have got for less when rates are high. So take advantage of this right now. Get qualified. Start shopping for a home and buy it.
What he's saying is what he believes.
Absolutely.
What we just happened 3.5 years ago, as rates continued to drop, that wasn't the norm.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, and so there's a possibility we can go back into, maybe not down to the twos, but there is a possibility that we could see a dramatic decrease in interest rates. There has to be. You're going to keep it like this. You're going to see the mass exodus, which we talked about the last time we did the show, of loan officers getting out of the industry. AI is becoming more and more popular in every part of the loan process. And I hope I'm not around doing loans when AI takes over. I hope, and listen, I get that there's a place, and I'm old, and there's a place for technology, but there's also, hey, I want you to be held accountable for my loan, and that's
how do you hold a program accountable?
You don't.
Yeah.
I just like a warm voice on the phone sometimes. Sometimes I don't, but that's something that separates what I believe separates Gold Financial, GFS Home Loans, the Lee McGee team. You have to have something that's different.
Yeah.
That's going to separate you from your competition. And you'll hear all kinds of stuff, but let me tell you, keeping people updated every step of the way, to the point where they say, you don't have to tell me everything. That's cool. Okay. As the consumer, you have that right to say that, but you shouldn't be the one calling to find out where you're at on your home loan.
Can I get some information?
Yeah, don't do that. Tell people, hey, I just heard Rob do this, and it made me so proud. I was like a proud daddy. He said to a client, the client was about to go to sleep, and Rob said, I will text you back whether I know anything or not. Now, why would he do that? Because you're sitting there, if you ever put yourself in that position, you're waiting for something. And if it's 30 minutes or an hour, you might not have any information yet. They don't know that.
Right.
So you just text them or you call them and say,
I haven't forgotten about you. I'm still waiting.
Still waiting. And as soon as I find out, we'll get back with you.
Yeah.
Rob, have you ever been to the border?
I never have.
And you've never been to Europe either. Anyway, that was a horrible joke. I apologize. Hey, what else is going on? Janet's giving me a look.
She shakes her head at us all the time.
Hey, tomorrow we're giving blood. And
yeah, that's right.
It's something that I think everyone should do it. If you can do it, it's a great thing. I think tomorrow is my 3-gallon mark.
Oh, you hit 3
I
gallons
think so.
tomorrow. Nice.
I love doing it because it just makes me feel good that we're positive.
I love getting the email where it says, "Hey, your blood was used. You helped save a life." That's a great feeling. So
I got it saying I saved babies.
yeah,
And
yeah. Craig's got markers in his blood that babies that need transfusions need, and so they use his blood in the NICU units.
And I love that. Yeah. It really, hey, people that say, "Well, I wouldn't give blood." Well, what if you needed it? So. I'm not putting pressure on anybody to do something.
We're giving tomorrow, and we encourage you to do the same. You'll feel good. And it has health benefits for you. We've talked about that on this show before, too. So
anyway, thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. We'll try and get this posted on other things like X, I guess.
Watch us. And, as always, if you have a question or you want to run a scenario by us, email us, call us, let us know. And as a matter of fact, we'll put up our contact information on the screen here so you can reach out to us.
That's a great idea.
But if you are like, "Hey, I was listening to what you guys were saying. Could I qualify for home? Should I do it now? I was waiting." We'd love to talk to you.
We would. And the chances of qualifying, you will qualify.
We'll find a way.
Yeah. And it's just like what we're doing on the interest rates in some cases. We're waiting. But changes will happen, and it'll be positive for everyone. I really believe that, and that's all I got.
All right.
I'm Craig Lee.
I'm Rob McGee.
That's Real Talk with Rob and Craig.